talk about positive school culture and what you can do about it. Many times I go into buildings and we talk about culture and climate because we know that culture is big, and you can walk into some schools and you just feel it. And some schools you just feel it. And some schools you go, whoa. So you really want to think about what is positive culture and how can I, one teacher who's super positive, shift a culture in a whole building? And do I feel like I have that power? Well, you know what? You do. And I've seen it. So I'm going to share an actual example. I was in a school once that was struggling with their culture for various reasons. There was a lot on their plate, a lot of things going on in the community. So there's all kinds of reasons for it. They were really struggling, and it was making it hard to go to work every day. But this one teacher said to me, "Polly, am I a little off by doing this?" And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Would you mind going up to the third floor during dismissal?" And I said, "Sure." So I went up to the third floor during dismissal, and there was this teacher during dismissal with a 1980s boombox. If, this was 1980s, people carried around these big, radios that had cassette players and CD players, and they carried them while they were walking. Well, he's holding this boombox on his shoulder, and he's singing Staying Alive and doing the Staying Alive dance, like John Travolta in the hallway, and kids are exiting out the door. And the kids started kind of doing the little dance. And even kids who were quiet were kind of doing this with their fingers, they were a little "Well, this guy's a little weird," but they loved it. And before you know it, a neighboring teacher across the hall came out and broke into the dance. And so as time went on, and I got to revisit this school later on, I witnessed adults who would go up to the third floor to join this teacher on duty during dismissal. And I witnessed kids who would go up to the third floor to walk down, even though they were on the first floor, because they wanted to experience that. So I think that if we don't feel that we have the power to begin to shift a culture that might be in not a great place because we're just one person, I think we should think again. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment.